They called him Old Joe, the janitor with broken shoes and a quiet smile. He swept floors for 40 years, and nobody ever asked about his life. But when Joe died, the town showed up to his funeral out of pity. Then the lawyer opened the will, and everything changed. You're about to hear the true story of how one man hid his greatness behind a mop and taught an entire town the meaning of value, humility, and legacy. Joe Miller was the janitor at Maplewood High School for nearly 40 years. He was the first to arrive and the last to leave, quietly cleaning hallways while students and teachers passed him like wallpaper. His shoes were always worn, his coat had patches, and his lunch was the same every day: a peanut butter sandwich and black coffee. People assumed he was poor. They joked about how he must have made just enough to get by. Nobody really saw him. Not the real Joe, but Joe saw everyone. He watched kids grow up. He knew which teachers were kind and which weren't. He offered quiet wisdom in small ways: a cleaned locker, a fixed desk, a warm nod when a student looked down. He never raised his voice. He never missed a day. When Joe passed away quietly in his sleep, the school posted a small obituary. It said, "Joseph Miller, longtime janitor at Maplewood, has passed at 81. Funeral service this Sunday." Most people came out of guilt. Some came because they thought no one else would. A few teachers, a handful of former students, the principal, and one lawyer. The service was simple, quiet, until the lawyer stepped up to speak. He unfolded a letter from Joe's will, and what he said left everyone in the room stunned. Joe Miller had saved over $6 million, not by winning the lottery, not by inheritance, but through consistent saving, smart investing, and living humbly his entire life. But that wasn't the shocking part. Joe left every penny to the students of Maplewood High. He created a scholarship fund for underprivileged kids, the very ones he used to mop around. He wrote in his will, "People underestimated me because of my uniform. I want the students who feel invisible to know they matter and that someone believes in them." The room fell silent. People began to cry. Some apologized aloud. The same people who once ignored Joe now couldn't stop talking about him. Joe Miller, the man no one ever really saw, became the greatest man they ever knew. We often judge people by what they wear, what they earn, or how they look. But everyone has a story. Everyone has worth. If Joe's story moved you, share it with someone who needs reminding that humility doesn't mean insignificance. Subscribe for more real stories that heal hearts and open eyes.